Happy Sunday. I hope you all kicked ass last week and crushed your goals. We are headed into our second week of 2019 and I am so excited to share my second video with you. So let's get started. Today's video is going to be called Set Yourself Up for Success Sunday. And this is huge. You need to prepare in order to keep on track for the week. So I spend my Sundays, it's usually my rest day. I still try to get my cardio in though on this day, but I really go easy because you kick ass all week and you need to just take a day for, I don't know, I call it like my mental health day, because you need to take a day just to not always focus on your goals and just to kind of relax and live and have some fun. I also usually take my cheat meal to today, and it's just one of my favorite days of the week because you literally get to relax. However, it is hard because you do want to go to the gym and continue to crush your goals, but resting is so important. And I'll save that story for a different day. But today I want to share with you about setting up for success. So let's get back into this video. So the first thing is I went grocery shopping today. I usually do that on Sunday, and I prepare my meals for the week. So I'm huge on my ground turkey. I absolutely love it. It's so good. And then I've got my chicken and more chicken. Can never have enough chicken. And then I've got my greens. So we've got some broccoli. I've got my green beans. And then for my carbs, I've got my, this is Basmati long grain brown rice, but I also do white rice. I know there's some contradicting studies about white rice and brown rice. Honestly, whatever kind of rice you prefer, as long as it's plain, not pre-seasoned, all of that. It doesn't even matter. I just like to watch my sodium too. And then we've got our sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. These are like my favorite thing ever, and I love them with all my meals. And I look forward to eating them. I know it sounds really corny, but I love sweet potatoes. All right, so then next is if you're ever craving something sweet, because I know I'm human, I crave sweet stuff too. This is the absolute best yogurt. It's the original Greek Dannon peach yogurt. I'm a peach girl. I love my peaches. And it has only 80 calories in it, 0 grams of fat, and 12 grams of protein. So if you're craving something sweet and you want to stay on track with your macros, this is for you. And I know you're probably wondering what the sugar intake is, because it's important to also keep track of your sugar. There's only 7 grams in the container. They do make other flavors, so if you're not a peach fan like myself, go check out the other flavors. Around the fall, they also make a pumpkin one and an apple pie one, and they're so amazing. And I'm obsessed with those when they come out. And I know my local grocery store is still offering those seasonal flavors. All right, then I've got my 1% cottage cheese. I love this for a side snack if I'm ever just wanting a snack, or I do incorporate it into my meals sometimes. You probably saw it from my story last week for one of my meal 2 meals. All right, and then eggs. You can never have enough eggs. I also incorporate egg whites into my meals, and I have that already, so I didn't need to buy that today. So, all right, so let's get started. So I'm going to show you guys how I meal prep, and I try to keep it as simple as possible. So let's get started first with preparing our chicken. I baked it and I preheated the oven at 425. So if you're following along, set your oven right now for 425, and then let's get started. So we are going to take our meat out on your tray, on top of your parchment paper. Use parchment paper, it makes it so easy to clean up. And I just kind of line them on my tray. So here we go. And you don't have to be too particular about the placement of them. I just don't like them touching, so don't let them touch. All right, and so we have this here. Perfect, and then what you wanna do next is you wanna wash your hands. I'm just gonna go wash them. All right, and then once you're done washing your hands, you're gonna get ready to season them. So this is just my first package of the chicken. So the first thing I do is I spray an olive oil spray on it. I'm obsessed with the Trader Joe's olive oil spray. Sadly, I ran out, so I will be using the Pam one. Sorry, I know there's a bit of a glare. Let's see. And I prefer using this over using a regular olive oil container, which I do love too, but this you can better portion it so you're not getting too much olive oil onto your chicken, because that will up your fat intake and that could throw off your macros. So just gonna quickly spray over the chicken, give it a nice little coat, and then once you're done with that, you're going to season it. One of my favorite all-time seasonings is the Weber Cajun, or the New Orleans Cajun seasoning. It's so good. and there's no MSG in it. It contains, this is like salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, and I don't know if I said onion powder too. So it's pretty good. It's not too spicy. I'm a wimp when it comes to spicy food, and I'll tell you right now, this is not spicy. All right, so then that's it, that's done. So we're gonna put this off to the side, and then we're gonna start our next chicken. So I hope you guys had a first good week, and I hope you're still motivated to keep on track, because you know, after a week, sometimes we get in our own heads and it's really hard to stay focused. So if you need any help or anything, just, you know, find me on Instagram. I'm at Brittany Motivational, message me, and I'm here to support you. If you need help, just let me know, because I know it can get challenging, and sometimes you need someone to help hold you accountable, and that person ideally should be someone who also values and holds similar, you know, the similar passion or goal, because then they can help you and they can talk you through things that they've been through and all of that. All right, so now we're gonna quickly, and meal prep, I know it sounds exhausting, but it's really not. And you just do it in one day, one-stop shop, get it done. And I'm telling you, yeah, it's kind of annoying at first when you think about it, but it's also really nice because come tomorrow when you need to get ready for your meals, it's just so nice knowing that you already have stuff made and you can just put it in a container, pop and go. I live a really crazy lifestyle, very busy. I'm always on the go. I travel a lot for work, and it is possible to still stay on track with meal prep when you travel. You just have to be prepared. You have to plan. You can't, I could never do this if I just morning of and I try to throw something together. It's too hard, too stressful, and then on top of that, have to then worry about getting in my steps and all, you know, my workout at the gym. It's just too much. Don't do that to yourself. It's too crazy. So I'm gonna wash my hands again. I'll be right back. All right, so if you're not a fan of the Cajun seasoning, the other thing that you can do is first, we're gonna spray it with our olive oil spray. So if you're not a fan of that, I love my Himalayan pink salt, and you can just take it and put it over. Now this is a very simple seasoning. It just gives it that little extra pizzazz, I guess. One of my other favorite seasonings is also by Trader Joe's. I'm a huge Trader Joe's fan. And it's this everything bagel seasoning. And it's got poppy seeds, sea salt, garlic, onion salt, and then sesame seeds. It's just amazing. So then you are going to just sprinkle it onto your chicken. Put this in for about 15 to 20 minutes at 425. So I'm gonna just put this over into the oven here. And my oven is done preheating. So we're just gonna pop these bad boys in. Don't forget to set the timer. I'm gonna put it on for 20. I am notorious for putting stuff in the oven and forgetting to set the timer, and then by the time I go to it, it's burnt. So don't be like me, set your timer, and don't ruin your food, because that's really annoying. And then meal prep does take longer if you do that, because then you gotta go to the store, then you gotta go get more stuff, or you're gonna be eating some wicked dry chicken, and that is just not, I don't know, it's not that good. So we have done our chicken, so now let's prepare our ground turkey. So, I usually get the 93% lean, 7% fat. And I usually season it with is the parsley flakes. And then I'm Italian, love my garlic, so we're gonna put some garlic in it as well. We're just gonna mix it all in. So once you're done, it should look something like this. And we're ready to make it into some burgers. I am not using the grill today. I'm gonna cook it in this type of a pan. So we're gonna put it over here. I usually put it on like medium-high temperature. And then I'm going to spray some olive oil in the bottom of the pan. You do not want your patties to stick. So once you've got that in there, pop it on the heat. Let the pan heat up for a little bit first. You've got your stuff. Put this over to the side. And you know what? I'm probably gonna move the camera around so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so now we're gonna take it and we are going to shape it into a burger-like. I like to make little ones, but if my husband were making them, he would make big ones. So you're just gonna place it in. Sorry, I know if you don't like looking at me, I'm sorry, it's gross. And then I just throw it on in the pan. This one I will make a little bit bigger for my honey. Because you don't want the sides to get burnt, but I will tell you, I like my sides to get a little bit burnt with my turkey burgers. So if you don't like that, you might want to watch it and flip it a little bit more frequently. So here we go. So we're gonna let this just kind of cook. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. So let's flip these bad boy patties over. So literally, flip them on over. Sometimes people are just so graceful at things. And this is one of those things that I'm just not that graceful at. So if you're watching this and you're kind of like, by how I'm flipping my patties, whatever. All right, so we're just gonna keep this going. Unlike ground beef, you do not want any pink in your ground turkey burgers. If you leave any pink, you will get sick. I like to put that little disclaimer out there because if you didn't know that, now you do. So don't leave no pink in your... All right, so the turkey burgers are finishing cooking. I am going to set up for the veggies like I mentioned before. So to save parchment paper, because you really don't need to change it out, you can if you want. I personally don't. I just throw my broccoli, and I spill my broccoli everywhere. But I just dump it right onto the pan. Because I'm gonna just put the same stuff on it. Olive oil, Himalayan salt, maybe a little bit of the Trader Joe's everything bagel seasoning, because that's just freaking amazing. If you haven't tried it, you have to try it. It's so good. So we are going to just mix this around. And then kind of just spread it out onto the pan. Just gonna quickly spray the broccoli. This time I am gonna do the everything seasoning from Trader Joe's. Just sprinkle it on. There we go. Girls gotta have her garlic. Put a little bit of garlic on it, just a very little bit. And then that's it. And we're gonna pop these bad boys in the oven. I keep it at 425 and I usually cook it for 10 to 15 minutes, but I kind of watch it. So yeah, so let's do that now. The pan's still hot. Trying not to burn myself. Okay, so now we're gonna prepare for our sweet potatoes. So I'm just gonna take it. My garbage is right here, so I'm just peeling it right into the garbage can. Getting all the skin off of it. All right, so let's chop up these sweet potatoes next. Spray some with a little bit of olive oil. And then my pink sea salt. All right, once you're done with that, you're gonna put this in the oven. I have the oven set for 425, and I'm gonna let these cook for about 25 minutes. All right, so we're almost done. We have everything done. We have our ground turkey burgers. We've got our chicken. We've got our broccoli. We've got the sweet potatoes and the green beans in the oven. So now we're gonna cook the rice. So I have a rice cooker. So we are gonna put 1 cup of rice to 2.5 cups of water. What's really nice is that my rice cooker actually has a measurement on there. So we're gonna fill this up for 1 cup. The 2.5 cups of water. Here we go. I'm gonna put the lid on and we're gonna let it cook. All right guys, so you see it down here. We've got our food all set up for the week. I'm so excited. So we've got our broccoli. I've got my sweet potatoes. I've got my green beans. We've got our brown rice. My baked chicken, and of course my ground turkey burgers. So I just gonna let you know that after this video I will be portioning this out into my separate meal containers, but I wanted to show you the full prep sizes so you could get an idea. But if you have any questions, please DM me on Instagram. If you don't follow me already, my Instagram is @BrittanyMotivational, and I hope that you like and subscribe this video, and I hope that you follow me on Instagram. I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay focused and let's crush